All right. So, like I said, ideally, I should have prepared my slide, but I have a lot of workloads. Okay, I have some deadlines of delivery and all that, and I could not make the slide. So everything we discuss today is going to be on this book. This book I have introduced it to. This is the book I wrote, and everybody is going to understand. Again, ideally, we are supposed to have this class for 4 weeks, which means next week you're supposed to have one class. But I have some program that I want to attend. So most likely we are going to finish everything today because the fundamentals of what you should know, I've already explained it. So this is how to combine copy now that we're going to talk about, how to come up with that copy. Okay, and it is the simplest thing, but that is where a lot of people, that is what people are advertising for a lot of you. And in reality, it's the simplest thing. The only thing is for you to just know the components. Then you should be conscious and intentional when you are writing copy. In the conscious in the sense that, for instance, if you are using framework, we have discussed the framework here. If you are using IDA, you should be conscious that I'm using IDA. Okay? Now, and you should be intentional in the fact that if you are writing in the attention, which is the A part, you should know that, okay, right now, what I need to do is to get the attention of the prospects. So what is that thing that I need to write here from the research I have carried out? What is that thing that I will put here that will make me get the attention of this person? That's all. That's what you do. Okay. Then if you go to the interest part now, okay, what are the interested things that I need to put here to keep this person's attention? You get his attention, then you have to hold his attention to keep reading. Now, that particular place, at some point, if you are selling products that has to do with health, at that particular place, that is when you discuss about the pain. That is why if you go, that is where if you go to that PAS, pain agitated solution, that pain, you are going to put it in the interest part because they are the things that will keep him going. So let's dive into it properly. Then we discuss everything in detail. Okay. All right. So components of a sales letter. So you may want to understand and you may want to ask, what is a sales letter? A sales letter is a message that is designed to sell. Back in the days, instead of emails, they sent letters. And those letters, there are letters that are designed to sell. Those are what, and it is the foundation of today's copywriting. The copywriting you see in Facebook today, the one you see in landing page, the one you see in emails, that is the foundation of it. That is what they call it, sales letter or sales copy, right? Or sales, or there is video sales letter. Again, if it is into video, it becomes a video sales letter or video sales message. All right, so I said consider component of sales letter, right? Consider this as ingredients that make up the sales letter. It is the amino acid, which is the building blocks, right? Now it is made up of 8 solid components. We are going to discuss each of them. One, the introduction or the lead. The introduction or the lead. And in the short form copies, it made up around 100, is the first 100 words, including the headline. While in the long form copies, it is your first 1,000, or some they will say 800 to 1,000 words. Long form copies that some of them used to, I'm going to show us some of the long form copies here. Some of them used to be up to 10,000 words. Okay? Now, and the lead is made up of 2 things: the headline and the lead properly, right? The primary promise of this is going to be in the distance, right? But the head is the lead is made up of the headline and the lead properly, right? Now, the primary promise, this is discussed in detail later. Then the big idea. Okay, these are the ingredients of the lead, right? Now, the lead is divided into two parts. We are going to discuss it as we go on. Then the background stories. This is where you are going to discuss how you discover the product that you are selling. Let's say you are selling a product that cures a particular ailment, right? How was it discovered? Because discussing how you discover it will make people resonate with it properly. People know that, yeah, you have actually done your research. It's not just another rubbish that someone come up with. Then the next thing is the unique mechanism, right? What is that little pie, right? This thing, that is the process, right? Of which the product you are selling follows to deliver that promise you have made in the lead. For instance, you are selling a product that will cure people of, let's say, diabetes. How does it occur? Is it that the process involves activating a particular molecule, and that molecule in the body is responsible for triggering processes that causes diabetics, or it is involved in inhibiting a particular process, and that process is responsible for activating diabetics, diabetics that leads to dissemination of the disease in the body. So how does it work? That is the unique mechanism. It must be discussed. Right? The next thing is proof of pudding. Right? Tell anybody, tell you anybody today that this particular product is good for you, and the person will have one or two doubts. But if you tell the person that this product is the same thing that his neighbor, his friend, his family members are using, and they are living the life that person is looking for, the person will believe you without any iota of doubt. So what you do, you add testimonials, case studies, third-party quotes from relevant authority sites. For instance, if you want to add a third-party quote, for instance, if Daily Trust posts something, you want to add what Daily Trust posts something, right? You want to add a third-party quote. There are strategies to go about it. If the person that make the statement is a non-authority, then bigger than the platform, you use the person's name. But if the person is not a non-authority, you use the platform instead. For instance, if you want to add a statement you find in Daily Trust, right, as your third-party quote, the statement will further reinforce your selling process. And the statement was made by Elon Musk, for instance. You can add the name of Elon Musk, that this is what Elon Musk said, instead of you saying that according to Daily Trust. But if that statement is made by your village primary or headmaster, nobody know your headmaster. So, and he made that statement, and Daily Trust published that statement. So you mention Daily Trust instead of mentioning your village headmaster. The idea is you want an authority in that third category, and you are using authority based on ranking. I hope this is understood. Then the next thing is to introduce your product. Along the line, you have to talk about your product, right? Then the next is, which is the sixth, is your pitch, which is your persuasion, right? And your persuasion encompasses what you are selling proper as well as the offer. Okay? Offer is a whole lot of things. I have a book here that's written by this guy. This guy. So I've forgotten his name. It's called $100 million offer. Okay? I've forgotten his name, has escaped my name right now. So the next thing is your closing or your call to action. So these are the components, right, that should be present in any sales letter that you are writing. When I say sales letter, I mean sales copy. Now, it does not mean that every time all these components must be present, especially in today's media. For instance, you cannot put all these things in Facebook ad copy. You cannot put all these things in Google ad copy. You cannot put all these things in website copy. But these things must be present in landing page. These things must be present in sales page. These things must be present in sales email. Email has two categories. There are emails that are designed to sell, and there are emails that are designed to poke the curiosity so that the people will click it to go to the landing page where the sales is made. So if the email is designed to sell, the selling is done in the email. You must put all these things. But if the selling is done in the landing page rather than the emails, then you don't need to put these things in emails. Instead, you focus on getting to move the prospect from the email to go and visit the landing page where everything is going to discuss. So now we are going to discuss about the lead proper. Now, all of us here, one way or the other, watch movies, right? If you are watching movie, you see the first sight that you open that movie, you see one heavy action, somebody is moving, they are riding cow, all this there. Now, what are they doing? That is lead. You know that movie actors, they are copywriters? Yes. They are called script copywriters. They are script copywriters. What are they doing? That is what we call lead. The lead is designed to hold your attention, rapt attention, so much so that even if you are doing something, you forgot that thing that you are doing and focus on it. That is lead. Okay, so now if you have ever found yourself reading an ad, watching a video or program on TV, and the first few words of the ad or the video keep you watching as if the person has cast a spell on you, then the lead of that ad or the video has done its primary job. That is the primary job, to hold your attention. The lead is approximately 1,000 words. Yes, the lead is your opportunity to impress the reader and possibly sell to them at the end. And if you don't get it right, your copy will pass like a black sheep at night. If your lead is not properly structured, your copy will pass like a black sheep at night. And if a black sheep passes at night, what it means is that it will not be read. And if your copy is not read, it means you will not make sale. Of course, it's not possible for you to sell to someone when the person does not read your copy. All right. So look at your lead as an opportunity to talk to Elon Musk, right? If you cannot make sense in the first few minutes or in the first few seconds, he will invite someone else. So that is the big opportunity you have in the lead, right? Now, the lead is meant to intrigue you to keep reading by feeding you with information that shows reward or in form of a story. The lead is meant to create a comfortable buying environment. There's what we call a buying environment. Let's assume you visit a shop. You want to buy iPhone, for instance. Now, as you reach that shop, they take you to a corner, playing one sound to you, based on people that like sound, playing one sound to you, one interesting sound to you. Okay? Now, and in that place, the place is well scent, well smelled, okay? With various lights, talking from corners, right? It is like they have created a perfect buying environment. If they bring anything for you, you look at it, they tell you that, they tell you the price, you are likely not going to argue, because even you yourself, you start feeling that for me to get this kind of environment, this product, this is going to worth it. Okay, right? So the lead is meant to give you a promise that is called primary promise, right? And that primary promise here is wrapped on the big idea, which must be delivered in the body, right? The lead is designed to pass one and only one primary promise of transformation. I have to admit this. One and only one primary promise of transformation. What is a primary promise of transformation? A primary promise of transformation is the biggest solution that the particular person that is reading that copy is looking for. The biggest pain that the person is undergoing, you are promising that person the result from the lead, and that's going to be the hook that will keep him down to continue reading, right? So the lead is meant to make the reader feel, yeah, this information is beneficial or this information is interesting until they land on your offer. In your offer, that is what to make sense. So you cannot slap some words together and claim you are creating a lead. You Your lead must make your customers feel your message is very different from all the other boring kind of stuff they have read. Now, generally online, informations are divided into two. The first category, that is how our brain processes information. The first category is, this is something that I have seen before. I see this thing on Instagram before now. I beg, make I move forward. Right? That is the type of information you don't want to pass. The next is that, wow, this look interesting. What is it? What is it in this? Let me check it out. That is the type of information that you want to pass, right? And that is what your lead should do. So, and until you have a primary promise of transformation, and that promise is big enough to prevent your reader from stopping, the person will not continue reading. Okay? So, if you don't learn anything here, keep these three things in mind. So, if you don't learn anything about lead, you have to know this. Your lead must promise your reader a form of transformation they have been looking for, and the copy must deliver this transformation. That's one thing. Your lead must be emotionally compelling. Remember, copywriting is all about emotion. Then the next thing is your lead must be clear and easy to understand. You are not trying to impress anyone with your grammar or with the fact that you are intelligent or the fact that you are smart. You are trying to excite an emotion to get sales. In fact, as a matter of fact, if you know too much grammar, is a disadvantage to copyright. That is it. So here are 7 proven lead types used by legendary copywriters of the world. Now, the lead types here, right? Remember I said the lead is made up of 2 parts, right? The primary promise of transformation, the headline, and the lead properly. Okay. Now, the headline part is what I come up with here. What you can find, you can understand what I'm talking about here, because I cannot be able to write a whole lead, 800 words, but the book itself will be too big now. So one is secret lead, right? The amazing money-making secret of a desperate man from Ohio. This is a secret lead. Why? Because he's talking of an amazing money-making secret. People don't know about it. Now, this is a headline that is used by Gary Halbert when he was selling something in 90s, right? The next thing is the story lead. Look at this. The story is that this 27-year-old is disrupting a $300 million industry. He started the hustle with $20,000 and grew it to a multi-million-dollar business. This is a story lead. Everybody likes story, right? The next, you can go on and expand it now. You will now expand it and talk about how it comes about and all the components, right? The next thing is the problem solution lead. Reduce your inputs up to 56% the first month. Keep clean. Problem solution. The next thing is the prediction lead, right? America's #1 millionaire trader predicts this 3-step trick will be the easiest way to make a fortune in 2019. This is the prediction lead. This type of headline, you are going to find them especially in stock market. This is where you find this type of headlines, right? Then the next thing is the big promise lead. Create your own t-shirt store in 60 seconds. This is a big promise lead. All right. Then the 6th one is the offer lead. Get access to my free copywriting course today. Click here. The offer, right? Then the 7th one is the system lead. Make use of the opportunity in this system of politics to become a multimillionaire in 2 years. This is the system, right? Remember that your lead is approximately 1,000 words, and it starts from the headline. So I just come up with this. Okay, this is what I write. I'll explain this later. Now, if you understand from the above, you know that the lead is divided into 2. The direct lead and the indirect, right? And this division now is based on the audience and awareness, audience sophistication level and awareness that we discussed in the last class. The problem solution lead is based on people that know they have problem and they are looking for solution, right? The prediction lead is based on people that they don't really know they have problem, but they are looking for opportunities if there is, right? So this is the division now, right? The division is based on the target audience. Direct leads are rating for sales people that know their problem, right? Just like we discussed in the research. Okay, I just write this in. Okay, yeah, lose that money. On the other hand, indirectly is for people that don't even know they have a problem, and it makes no sense to be talking about solution, right? People don't know they have problem. So what do you mean then? You will tell a story instead, relevant one, or give a narrative and then transition into your promotion. Now, headlines. On average, right? 5 times as many people read headlines as they read the body copy. And when you have written your headline, you have spent 80 cents out of your $1. That is what David Ogilvy said. If you are reading your headline properly, it means you have spent 0.8 over 1. That is what he said. It means you have spent 80% of your copy. So this means your headline is 80% of your body copy. So huge, right? Now, but today, even some expert copywriters slap some words together. Yeah, this is just no. Now, so go straight to this. Okay, now, just like in newspapers, right? People don't just read newspapers, but they pick what they read based on the headline, based on what interests them. Some people will go straight to sport. Some people will go straight to nutrition. Some people will go straight to even betting. Some people will go straight to politics. So your headline is designed to get the attention of your right audience. It is not designed to talk to everybody. It is designed to get the attention of those that you specifically want to speak to. Now, in marketing, you cannot sell for everybody. You cannot, everybody is not your customer, but you have a niched customer. These are the people that I want to talk to, and that's all. So pick your reader from the crowd, drag him to your sales copy because there is something interesting for him, and coax them to read the first line. The first line will then coax them to read your second line, and like that until they land on your offer. Now, this is a strategy by Joe Sugarman. He used to call it slippery slide. The slippery slide in the sense that the headline is designed to make the person to read the first line. The first line is designed to make the person read the second line. The second line is designed to make the person to, and that is how it goes. It is the reason why he used to input some words. He called them seed of curiosity. What does those seed of curiosity do? What they do is they intrigue you to check the subsequent lines. So your headline is designed to get the person's attention and then move the person to read the first line. So there must be, therefore your headline must be specific to your target audience. Yeah. Now, your headline is not meant to sell. It is meant to establish a relationship with your reader and create curiosity to continue reading. And if your headline is not read, your copy will be ignored. Even if you have the best offer, the best solution, or the best pitch in the world, they are better written in Greek because nobody will read them. No matter how it is, right? Your headline is better written in Greek than for it to be written in such a way that it do not pique the curiosity of your audience. It is what it is, right? That is why you'll have to put a lot of thought and work into your headline, right? All right. All right. So headline generally, according to this guy, Cloud C. Hopkins, they divide headlines into 3. The first one is self-interest headline. The second one is news headline. Yeah, news headline. Then the third one is curiosity headline. And on that basis, that is how their significance is, according to him. in his book, you can decide to read his book, Scientific Advertising. What does it mean? Is that self-interest headline, you are telling the person the direct benefit of reading your ads. And who doesn't want benefit? All of us want benefit, right? Then the news headline, you are indicating that there's something new that the person needs to listen to. A lot of people, all of us want something new, something that is not everybody know about. Then the curiosity headline, right, is designed in such a way that it piques your curiosity. Now he went ahead and justified the fact that self-interest is better, is the best, followed by news headline, followed by curiosity. He justified it that if something interests you and is very important to you, you must check out that thing. And it's true. Now, news, everybody want to hear be the first to hear the news so that he can take the best action as much as possible at that particular time. Then the curiosity headline, he went ahead and said he put curiosity to be the headline because you can be curious about something and decide to say you check it out later because you are busy. And it is. I think this justification to me is fine. Okay. So under self-interest headline, there are a lot of other things. Under curiosity headline, there are a lot of other things, but I'm just giving you the basics of it because this is a cheat sheet code, right? This is the best of all headlines. This type of headlines appeal to your prospect interest by showing rewards, benefit, or relief from their pressing problem. Example, avoid high blood pressure using these three simple strategies. Benefit, interest, self-interest. News headline. The next best headline are the ones that give news. People like news and they will tend to act. Example, new feature of Ford truck discovered, a new kind of hand cleaner, right? Succeed. The next is curiosity. The third best headline is curiosity. Are you playing fair with your wife? Somebody will read this headline. What the hell is this guy talking about? Anyway, I'll check it later. It happens, right? But it depends on the level of curiosity. For instance, there's a headline. If you check swiped.co, there is a headline that you are going to see there. You see, do you make these mistakes in English? Everybody will want to read their headline. It is like a very big curiosity headline. All right? So please, you guys can hear me very well. You are understanding. Please let me know if you can hear me very well. You understand it. So I will be able to continue. I should know that there is no wasted effort here.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
All right. All right. Okay. So, all right. So you may be surprised why the curiosity headline comes. Okay, I have explained this, right? Well, if something offers you benefit, you may, I have explained this already. So, and unfortunately, procrastination kills sales. Okay. How to headline, right? Now, these are like more of like they are self-interest headline. Works like crazy, and it is probably the most common headline. How to have better sex at any age, even if you don't deserve it. How to generate traffic to your website in 2022. 2. Ask an interesting question. This is how to start headline. Ask an interesting question. Do you make this mistake on your first dates? Anybody that look at this, you want to check it out. Do you make this mistake on your first dates? Right? Do you make this mistake on your Upwork proposals? Are you unknowingly increasing your chance of prostate cancer by eating this deadly food every day? Now, anybody that see this headline is likely, I don't think I've seen this headline before. I just created it when I was writing this copy. Anybody that see this headline will definitely want to check it out because nobody wants prostate cancer. Okay? Now, the personal story headline. Example, they laughed when I sat down to play the piano, but when I started to play, dash, 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 dash. Anybody that want to learn a piano from a pro you would definitely want to listen to this person. They laughed when I sat down to play the piano, but when I started, this headline is present in swipe.co. You can find it there, right? How I discovered the real secret to collecting armed robbery payment legally from US, from countries like US, UK, and Canada. Using this strategy, anyone, including you, can follow. Now, this headline was used in 2020 by Andy Mukolo. Andy Mukolo is the biggest copywriter in Africa. He's a Nigerian guy. He's the biggest copywriter in Africa right now. Okay, but he's not based in Nigeria again. Okay, now this headline was used to sell his product, and that his product was called Foreign Copywriting Initiative, FCI. Yes, yes. So how I started my consulting business with $3,000 last December in Abuja. This is how to. Then there's pattern interrupt. Pattern interrupt is the kind of, okay, a lot of people already know that if you see something, you say, that's not, they are going to sell something. You say they say free live webinar, they forget. If you go there now, they will say you should pay money. So in pattern interrupt, we try to disrupt the existing pattern by coming up with an angle that the people will not even know that you are about to sell. For instance, burn disease out of your body using just the back of your palm. This may sound impossible, right? But you will go ahead and justify it. Now, how the French live 43% longer than everyone else, even if they smoke like chimney and drink like fish, right? This is the headline that Gary Halbert used when he was selling a particular health product. You see, it is a pattern interrupt, right? I have not had a glass of water in the last 20 years. This, in 20 years, this copy was written, is there in swipe.co, right? It is a copy that is more than 50,000 words. I have written that copy when I was when I started copywriting. I wrote it down with pen like this. It almost feel, I think it filled my 80 leaves, right? He justified every step. In fact, it was along the line of that copy as well as Gary Halbert, when Gary was in prison, that I come to realize that the world is just fake. If you understand marketing, the world is just fake, right? They program you, and you believe certain things that are completely lie. And some of the researches that are not research, they are businesses. They are nothing like research, right? Gary Halbert was in prison, but he was instructing a MD, medical doctor at that time, to write a report on how people can discover the IQ of their children when they are not yet born. Now, this is an authoritative doctor that he is using. Okay? Now, this person will justify it using different research. His research is all about connecting the dots. Connect different dots, and people will buy it. Right? This guy, he discussed this. I have not had a glass of water in 20 years. He justified even the issue of eating only one egg in a week. He said a lot of things. So just do what you do. Pray to God. Do your best and live your life. Okay? The next thing is testimonial headline. How a full stunt made me a millionaire, a $1 million sales, right? Made me a $1 million salesman. I think I saw this in a subject.co as well. How a 400 level medical student of Lagos State University Teaching Hospital discovered the real secret to collecting armed robbery payment legally from foreign countries like US, UK, and Canada using simple strategy anyone can follow. It was a model. I modeled this headline following Andy Mukolo's headline. Okay. The next thing is to tell a captivating story. The greatest man to have ever lived, How evolution started. The greatest story about sex. All these things. Bold guarantee headline. Send me to any city in the United States. Take away my wallet. Give me $100, and in 72 hours, I will buy you an excellent piece of real estate using none of my own money. This is a bold guarantee headline. And actually, I have seen someone make this type of claim, real life. If you're on Instagram, there's one guy. I don't know. Some of you guys don't follow these guys. There's one guy called. There's one school. They call it School of Hard Knock. School of Hard Knock is you went to US to all the millionaires, billionaires, and all that in US to interview them. How did they get rich? And somebody made mention that collect all my money today and leave me in Texas. And in less than a year, I'll become a millionaire again. Something like this, right? Says speak Spanish like a diplomat in 30 days, owe your money back. This is bold promise, right? Then how to hold your reader's attention. This is the most difficult part, right? Because it is you can get quality attention, but for you to hold that attention, for the person to keep reading is the most difficult part, right? Yeah, the most difficult part. Now that you have gotten attention of the prophet and they are interested in reading your message, how do you even hold them to keep reading so that they will not cringe? First, let's discuss the best way to start your sales letter. Start by telling a fascinating story. People like to read stories, especially when they are well structured. Example, she slapped me from behind while alighting from Keke at the flyover in Zaria. And when she later told me the reason for the slap, I was shocked. Even you will be shocked. So painful, but that is how where the society is today. And go on. This is a story, right? You can start with a story. Start with a big promise of change or transformation. Example, and from today, you will have increased productivity by 45% and decreased expenses by 53% while providing better healthcare services using the 3-step mega success I will show you. This is big promise of transformation, right? Use pattern interrupt. Pattern interrupt is like, it's what go against the status quo. It is, you already know about it. To use this method to start yourself up, you must have a lot of proof to defend what you are saying. It is the reason why if you are using pattern interrupt in your copy must be long, because you have to prove every single thing. Remember, copywriting, it must be what? Emotionally compelling and intellectually interesting, which means it must make sense. You have to prove it. Example, newest medical discovery reveal a top secret way of healing diabetes by taking more sugar daily. But the international medical community is trying to hide it from you. However, I will tell you everything in a moment. The truth is you are telling a story. Okay? You are telling a story here. Start by simply stating a fact for that your prospect already know. Right? One of the greatest threats to human life is parasite, and recent research revealed that parasites have killed more humans than all the wars in history. This is what every common person knows. You are stating the fact, right? Start by asking an interesting question that will spark curiosity. Do you know the first 3 questions to ask on your first date? What should I ask? Wow, but somebody told me that I should ask it, but it's like this one is different from the one that they told me for curiosity. You want to know. If you already know, you can stop reading this piece. My guy will say, no, and they don't know, right? But for the rest of you that don't know, I will be breaking down everything for your understanding today. Now that you have written a good and attention-grabbing headline and you have started your sales letter, let's discuss how to keep the attention of your reader. Seed of curiosity, yeah, I think I talk about seed of curiosity. They are like trigger words, right? That keep somebody reading, right? They say, example, hook at the beginning. You can use hook at the beginning. There are 3 important lessons you should learn from my story, right? And that is because these 3 stories will help you avoid a similar situation. Now, you have used 3 important story lessons you should learn. It is hook at the beginning, right? But first, you see, this is the hook, no doubt, right? But first, this is the hook. You are going to insert the hook here, right? You can use this story to make a lot of money if you know how. And you don't even need to be smart to make money from this story. After all, I will be there to guide you. Just think about it and send me an email if you care to know. Hook at the beginning, right? Back to the lessons from this story, blah, 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 all that. Hook in the body of your message. You can never expect this from his administration that promises goodwill. But after reading the comparative economic chart below, this is the hook, right? Hook at the middle. By now, you are probably shocked. This is expected of anyone that reads this story. Nobody ever expects him to cheat on his own blood brother. And when I explain in detail what happened, you will even be shameful of knowing it. But before then, let me quickly tell you this. This is the hook, right? Hook at the end of your message. People are not longer taking responsibility, not even of their own selves. And the worst part is they will have someone to blame. That is why when marketing anything to your prospects, you must play the blame game to get the sales. Let me explain this. This is hook at the end of your message. Now, that is the first component of a sales copy, your lead, and we have discussed a bit about it. You can build on this. Then the next thing now is the background story, right? This is like your journey and your struggle on how you get to know what you are selling or how the product you are promoting was discovered. You may not be the one, it may be your client, right? If you are selling to cold traffic, there is in audience, there's what we call cold traffic, there is warm traffic, there is hot traffic, there is very hot traffic, right? Cold audience are people that don't know your business. They have not interacted with you before. They don't know anything about you, right? Warm traffic are people that have probably seen your ad before. They have followed you on Instagram. They have interacted with you one way or the other before. Then hot traffic, they are people that have probably seen your ad before. They have seen it before. They need a little about you. They have even visited your landing page. They try to check one or two things, but do not buy. Then very hot traffic are people that are proper. They have even entered a landing page, go and choose, pick a product, they even add to cart, but refuse to check out. This is the secret. So if you are selling to cold traffic, people that don't know you, you can start the sales message with the discovery call. That is it, right? You will not be including the lead in the sales message by discovery. For example, she slapped me from behind when I was alighting from a KK on Tuesday night in flyover Zaria. I was shocked to my marrow. And when she told me the reason for the slap, so now you see, this is a story now, right? I am coming with story. I'm not even talking about lead now in this particular place because I am talking to cold audience, right? I will not, but I felt cheated. But that is not the reason I'm writing you this message, right? The reason is whatever and wherever you find yourself in life, find a soft way of making a huge amount of money without compromising your leisure time. And that brings me to a very important point you will need to take note of. One of the best ways to make a huge amount of money in this world of ours is to work with foreigners that will be willing to pay you what you are worth. But then you need to know their problem. And by far, the biggest problem foreigners have today is to sell their product. And if you have a skill that can help them achieve that, you will be helping them making millions of dollars and they will pay you thousands of dollars in return. It is that simple. And the best skill to know is copywriting. So you see how I come from that story, I transition into promoting the product. It is as simple as that. If you're selling to cold audience, these people don't even know it before, right? Now, I answer with this, I can introduce my course and make my pitch, right? This is unique. This is simple, right? Now, the next thing is unique mechanism, right? Unique mechanism, right? Now, the unique mechanism is what often differentiates you from the noise in your market. There's what we call unique selling proposition and unique mechanism. They are different. Unique selling proposition is what distinguishes you from your competitor. It may be something that even your competitors are doing, but they are not telling anyone, right? It is more like related to big idea. Big idea is something that is unique and it is not common. People have not been talking about it. but it is there. Even your customers are your competitors are doing the same thing. Now, David Ogilvy visits Tuesday at a particular point. They invited him as a copywriter to come and promote their product. Their selling is going down, and they are looking for the best copywriter of that time. David Ogilvy is someone that they call the professor of copywriting. They invited him, and he went. Then he has a tour guide. He was walking around the factory, walking around. Then he find levels of filtration process that was going on. Then he asked the tour guide, "What is this that's taking place?" He now told him that this thing, if they are filtering beer, it has to undergo this filtration process, have to do this, have to do this. Then he now said, "Why are you not telling your customers this message?" Then a lot of people the tour guide now say that a lot of our customers, a lot of our competitors are doing the same thing. It is not something that is new. Then he now say, "But is your competitors telling their customers?" They now say no. And that make the headline of David Ogilvy's market, that restore the integrity of cheese beer. What he said in the headline was, "Ask your doctor about sterilization, and he will tell you how important it is in your health. And ask your doctor, where can you get a sterilized beer? And your doctor will recommend cheese beer." It is not something that others are not doing. No, they are doing what they are not telling the customers. So unique mechanism is that particular recipe, that pie in your product that delivered the promise that you have made. Right? Your promise, your prospect of a kind of transformation in their life after reading your ad, you may have created a form of excitement in their life that they may be expecting. You may have created sensation of feeling that they are expecting. What is that recipe? That component of your product that deliver that promise? What is the component of your product that will relieve the pain of your customer? What is the component that makes your solution work and different from other solutions they have tried? That component is called your unique mechanism. Right? It is what makes your prospect feel like, wow, I am now going to be using a different and unique product from what I have used before. It doesn't mean that that component is not present in the other product. No, but the people have not communicated it. And you are communicating it now, right? Now, the next thing is proof segment, right? This is where you make your prospect understood he is not the first to use your solution. And this solution, it works. This solution works as you have said. You can use testimonials or case studies or third party course. Right? The bottom line is to make them understand they are not alone. There is what we call the head psychology. I think I've discussed it. The head psychology is people like to move in the direction where they feel safer when others are doing the same thing with them, even if they are doing the wrong thing. I don't want to mention some example. Right? And their own cannot be different case, but be sure that your product or solution works. If your proof is a video, a screenshot, or text, inside them on the page, right? Introducing your product and presenting your sales argument, right? To present your sales argument, which is another component. Now I've discussed about proof now, okay? You will have a form of preamble. You may know that telling you will have a form of preamble. You may know that telling someone your price is something difficult, but in copywriting, it's pretty simple, and I will show you the right way. Here is it. Before I go far into telling you some few important things, first, you already know that this program is designed to give you as much as $1,000 project as a beginner. You are discussing as much free time as you want to. Know that this program will not make you rich overnight, and you will have to put in at least 2 hours of daily hard work. That way, you can be assured of getting results in a few months. So if you want a get-rich-quick program, please stop reading here, right? And if you think you are the guy that wants freedom and money, and you are interested in putting all the effort, you are welcome on board. You see how I'm talking about it here? You are the guy that want freedom and money. Everybody want freedom and money. And you are interested in putting in energy. That is what a lot of people don't want. But the person will pretend as if he's ready to put in energy at that time, right? You are welcome. So the foreign approach to copywriting and all the successful people earning as much as this per project in your support team, team will now be ready to give you all the support. They will show you the way and the strategies you need. And more importantly, they will show you how and where to meet this foreign client without trial and error, which may not be useful. Also, immediately you receive your program, there is a 20-page document attached. Check the page 13 and see the 6 strategies to use as a newbie without a portfolio. What am I using here? We have discussed tension and information gap here, right? This is tension and information. I'm telling you to check page 13 and see the 6 strategies to use as a newbie without portfolio to send. Then watch the 3rd video on the stories, on the series, to see how to set up your LinkedIn profile to attract clients. You see the way I'm coming, I'm putting you in a situation that is feeling that this product is going to work already, right? Did you notice how I introduced the price, right? Make it very difficult for the prospect to say no than to say yes, right? Okay, so offer. Now, this is where I want to talk about offer. If you are part of this program already, don't think the way many copywriters and marketers think. Their offer is just their project and some form of bonuses, and they slap together and leave, thinking that they have presented an offer. So offer, generally, offer encompasses everything that the person is going to get, the direct and indirect bonus that the person is going to get, as all the benefits. The target of your offer is to make the person feel that the money he's spending is insignificantly small compared to what he's going to get. That way, you make it difficult for the person to say no than to say yes. That is what your offer should say. Okay? If you have time, I'm going to check some offers written by Gary Halbert so that you see how Gary Halbert presents his offer, and you yourself will feel, yeah. So the offer presentation is what distinguishes many successful companies from unsuccessful ones. Your offer is therefore the benefit of the whole concept of the product, the benefit of the guarantee, the benefit of the pricing and the payment. You see the benefit of the pricing again, because in the pricing you see if you are reading copy, you see they'll come with something. They'll say that if you get access to this program today, you are going to get this. It is worth 10,000 naira for free. You get this, it is worth 10,000 naira for free. You get this, it's worth 20,000 naira for free. You get this, all these things they will list there. Now, they will now go and reveal an insignificant amount of money that you are going to get. Now, this is the benefit of the pricing and the payment time. It is more like a benefit to you than spending at that time, right? The benefit of the product is and the benefit of how quick they will get everything. Summary, you are selling the whole concept of getting your customer where they want to reach, right? This is a typo. So powerful guarantee that they believe your product must be the real solution and they are resistant, weakened. Then they will suddenly feel they are robbing you because they are paying a significantly small amount compared to the expected. So that is all about offer. All right. I'm going to check out one copy, then we'll look at it before we close here. So the last part is the call to action. This is the last part. Okay. This is where even expert copywriters miss and end up losing their sales. Plus, the temptation to show desperation is more here. Now, the call to action, a lot of people take it, this is just small. Because you just tell the person, she just click now. That is where a lot of people miss it. Because if you don't structure your call to action properly, there's what we call hit and miss. You have actually hit the person because you have gotten all through the sales funnel, the funnel down to the offer. but you just come and say, click here to get access. The person will just click here to buy now. The person will just look at it like this. Ah, oh, I don't want to spend this money. I can't spend this money. But by the time you tell him the benefit of doing that now, not later, the reward of doing that, the punishment for not doing that, the person will start saying, if I didn't buy this thing now, what if the guy going to create for the call? This is how it goes, right? Then desperation. Don't be desperate in copy or in marketing. Don't be desperate that you want their money. No, if you are desperate, it means that that product is not what you are selling. Okay? Think of you, even if you have a phone, because me, I have cell phone several times. If I'm broke in school, I sell my phone. I used to believe that anytime you have money, you can get whatever you want. So I don't used to care. If you want to sell your phone, even if it's your roommate, he asks you, this phone, is it for sale? I'm broke, I beg. How much? Pay for this money, this phone, I need this phone. The person will start doing your car, say, I'll give you 2K. Ah, 2K for my phone. You say, no, my phone. I say, yes, no. But by the time you say, this phone, say, I don't want to sell that because honestly, I like the phone and all that. But let me think about it. You'll be the one that will disturb you and you will pay it better than when you are desperate. So it is easy for people to spot desperation when you are writing code. You should make it simple and very clear. Plus, you must tell your customer what they want to do. Well, what you want them to do. You must tell them how to do it. And you must tell them each step in doing it. That way, it will be a no-brainer to your product. Here is an example. Would you want to participate in this extraordinary program? Would you want to be among the very few that will earn and control their income? If yes, and you are signing up right now, before the 27th of December 2022, then you will be among the very few that will pay only $12,000 instead of the original $19,000. Simply click the blue button below and fill in your credit card details, and our program will be shipped to you in 24 hours through first class mail. Click here now. You see, there's no desperation, and all the instructions are clear. That is how legendary Gary Harper closes sales. And in my opinion, and that of millions of copywriters out there, is the best person that knows this. Now that you have completed this book, please read it over and over again. Right? This is like the reference. If you want to read it again, if you want to read some of the reference, these are some of the things I have read. Now, before I go and show you some things in swipe.co, I'm going to check out a particular copy. If you have a question, right? You have something that you want to get clear from the message I have delivered so far, you should ask so that we go there, then we'll check more. Okay? Any question? All right, so let me check swipe.co and show you a few, one copy. Let me have specifically one copy, right? I will specifically show you one copy there. All right, you see, as you see here, I typed in Gary Halbert and all his copies popped up, right? This is a place where reverse engineered marketing and copywriting inspirations are compiled. There is a lot of inspirations here. Okay? Now, let me check this particular one, this particular copy. All right. Now, you see this copy here. It's a free book by 57 years old swimsuit model reviews a top secret way to lose weight extremely fast. You see, extremely fast, top secret way to lose weight. 57 years swimsuit model. It means for someone to be a model, it means the person has a controlled weight, right? It is fast. It is a top secret that is being revealed, right? Anybody that wants to lose weight that find this headline, what will he do? The person will definitely read this copy. Now, I want you to check a few things. When the Gary Halbert come here, now weight loss, as I think I have talked about it, weight loss is one niche that a lot of people have tried many things, they have used many things, right? So the Gary Halbert know that. He has researched, he know that. What he do is to cancel the expected objection from the beginning. Look at what he said. He said, now at last, for it is acknowledging the fact that you have been trying. You can lose up to 10 pounds of fat and fluid in 2 days. You see, it's specific. Then up to 1 pound a day until you lose all the weight you want. There is no strict dieting. Everybody know that if you want to lose weight, they will talk about strict diet. You don't have to give up your favorite food or starve. They know that people are complaining they don't want to give up their diet. In fact, you can eat all you want every other day. There is no dangerous medications to take. There are medications. You see, you qualify this medication with dangerous, which is a pain, right? You don't have to do any exercise. People don't like doing exercise. And the best of all, you can learn to do everything absolutely free, but only while the supply lasts. So you see, he's talking about how when the supply lasts, what is it mean? Say it means you should read it now. If you wait later, you may not get it. Why is he doing this? Because he knew that procrastination kills sales. So he's building scarcity right from the onset. That is it. Now, he talked about a lot of the story of this girl, this particular girl, right? He talk about her story and all that. Okay. Now I want to go and show you where he closed, how he do his call to action. Now he said, when you do that, he said, top model diet secret is free, but only while supplies last. There is no obligation now or at any time. No one will ever call and try and sell you anything. It is easy to get your personal free copy of this diet book. Simply pick up the phone right now and call this number. You know, when you do that, you will hear Deborah say, hi, this is Deborah Scott. Thank you for calling to get your free copy of my diet book. All you have to do is to leave your name and address right after you hear the beep, and I will send my book to you immediately by first class mail. Please be sure to speak very clearly and slowly and spell out any unusual words in your name or address. Thanks again for calling. Here is the beep. Okay, after you call and hear that message, do just that. Do just like it says and leave your name and address, and the book will be shipped to you immediately by first class mail. And remember, you don't have to pay a single dime, not even a postage. But be honest, you need to know something. There is one little catch. This offer is only good until we run out of the books, and supplies are very limited. For this reason, top model diet secret is being given on a first come, first serve basis. This means if you call after all the books are gone, you will be left out. All you will get is a simple message saying you waited too long and this offer has expired. So please don't waste a single minute. Call now. Here is something is because of the incredible demand for this book, our phone lines are often busy. If you call and get a signal, you get a busy signal, please be patient and keep trying. you will get through soon enough, and it will be more than worth it. So you see how he talked about how to close it, and he discussed it in detail, and exactly what to do, and the reward for doing it now, and the punishment for not doing it now. So I think we have come to the end of this class. Now, this class I have posted the previous videos in YouTube, and I've sent the link. This I have also updated it in my academy. You can check paradigdigitalacademy.com. I am going to make it available there, and it's going to be free, right? So you can take the course free. You can watch everything there, right? I'm going to post it. This particular, I'm going to upload it tomorrow. Then everything will be completed. I will send the link to the academy to the group, so that if you want to go and take the complete course in that place and watch it severally, you can go and watch it. So if you have questions, let me answer it so that we will close. Questions, questions, questions. No question? Abdul Latif? No question?
Yes, sir. No
How
question, sir.
about how about Favor? No question? How about Abdul Aziz Memuna? No question?
No.
Ojinka, okay, Ojinka, please, sorry if I call your name wrongly. No question? Joy, Aminu, Husseina, Abubakar, no question? All right, so in absence of question, we will be closing.